She's already dead.
Sure, I knew him. He was a crumb. But I loved him. Something about a guy who puts velvet in your spine. Well, let's just say it isn't easy to get. We met at an army base. He was a corporal and I was a washed-up whack. He said he had a thing for redheads. Tough break, I said. Our romance was like wallpaper. In the beginning, it was smooth, vibrant, extremely well-hung. Do I need to tell you what it turned into? The fraying, the decaying, the oozing, the coming unglued of everything that could have been and never would be. He used to call me baby. I called him Stash, or the Polish prince of polarity. Sure, I fell for him hard. He had hands like a baker, and a voice that could melt glaciers, but what I remember about him most was the way he would breathe. So enthusiastic. You know, it was sort of this slow, deep inhale. The kind of drag you take on the end of an exhaust pipe. Hey, look, I'll be straight with you. I was no angel. I was a hard dame to handle and expensive. And we used to fight like prize fighters. But making up was sweeter than 10 G's. He'd say, "Prize! They want your every breath!" I just want a dame who could be in the other room. Sure, I got the picture. He wanted me to scram. But I just told him to make up his mind to like it. Cause I was staying. And I was strong as the stench of a New York sewer in July and as bright as the Hope Diamond. When we was on the skids, he used to try to tail me. You know, he had that psychic voodoo. He didn't need no charms or nothing, you know. He just knew things. Even things he wasn't supposed to know. Some people call it a blessing, but if you ask me, it ain't no pity. I knew he was trouble. The louse swatted me on a stack of Bibles and he put me in his first play, God Takes a Holiday. So one night, we're at the spot, and this starlet slips right into his lap. And she says, "How's Tricks, Felix?" I say, "Excuse me, lady, you got the wrong fella." She says, "Oh, no, I don't, sister." I said, "Pardon me, pal, but you better take a powder." I says, "Look, give it to me straight." Stash is shaking like a martini mixed by a bartender who knows nothing. I say, "You two-timing me?" "No, baby. But tough talk don't look good on dames, and interrogation should be left for the pros downtown." "Thanks for putting me wise," I said. "I'll just find some gentleman to take me home." He hated when I did that. You know, the prince was a lot of things, but he prided himself on being a gentleman. So I left him there, with the floozy sitting on his lap and a Polish dog of possibilities churning inside his guts. past, huh? We should have just 86'd. 86. Listen, I got a hot date waiting, so, if you run into him at the old clam house, send him my regards. You know, he was no good. And I was no good either. We deserved each other.
You probably noticed a table full of cool. I think they let them cool. Table full of cool sitting here stateside. They're the pack I hang with, or as the young kids are saying today, these are my homies. Let's stand up and take a bow, boys and lady.
We love you, Stan!
Love you, Ron.
You're the world, Stan!
Best chess player in the neighborhood.
Universe.
You know, there's so much I'd like to say about the next babe, but Joe's in the audience, so I'm just going to say that if there's anyone I would like to be in a vocal ménage à trois with, this is the chick. She can be the hypotenuse of my triangle anytime. So put your hands and your feet, whatever else you want to put together, the right angles for the lovely Miss Zachary Barton.
We wrote this one for you this afternoon. It's a stanza. I got a room that's over 10 feet tall. I got a room that's over 10 feet tall. I wanna do something in it, and I wanna do it on the wall. I called my friends and asked them just what I can't read it. Let's try that one again. Stripping. Here we go. Stripping is a bitch. I think I changed my mind. Bring that tool back here tomorrow and glue me till I'm blind. Sandra Baxby, my expert wallpaper man. Hey friends, if you need a hanging tip, you can always count on Stan. Girl, if you need a hanging tip, you can always call on Stan.
Zachary Barton, ladies and gentlemen. You know, this next dude I met in the Triple X Love Act, I thought this was one fine actor. Well, what I didn't realize was that he was playing himself. He's best described as a three-ring circus, big and intense. Roll and work. Roll and work it here. Thank you. Speaking of shots.
We're trying to get some.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
He's best described as a three-ring circus, big and intense. Roll and work it here. Thank you. Speaking of shots, I better bring him on stage before he pulls a gun on me. Let's hear it for Gunter.
Here's to you.
Okay. I brought you a ring. You want to stay up here with me, it's all right. I feel better with you. That I've got little anecdotes about Stan working after. We heard all the breaths backstage, the boy and awe and all that, but we also heard the ooh come after the breath. Ooh. I heard that in all five. Things that remind me of Stan. Things of endearment. Little things like we were going to go on and dance in the diaphanous gowns and negligees across the stage. Stan was having to dance my little heart out. And he really meant it, though. It's not that he did. He got to. And, well, another time was, I said, what do we do tonight? And he said, let's be as vixen servants of Dionysus and run wildly through the hills of Marin naked, carrying big ornate dildos, and finding sheep to rip apart with our bare hands, and rubbing the freshly bloodied parts over our mouths, and jacking off wildly. Actually, it was and jacking off wildly! Arrows is lame. But that reminds me of his voice, which is one of the most beautiful, centered voices I've ever heard in my life. Yeah. And one more thing, if I can remember it. Stan, amongst his other habits, would run his lines a lot. I knew it was going to be a good show when nobody could get in. We have one bathroom for the whole cast. Nobody could get in because we could hear these lines come floating out, and they had the happiest note to them. That I think he's got to be the hardest working man in the show business. Stan, what more can I say? What more can I do? Thank you, Shirley. Triple X Love Act. only does this cat need no introduction, he's so hip he doesn't even need a song. He's the very definition of spontaneity. He's going to improvise something on the spot. One of these days I'll learn how to think that fast on my own. Then I can stop writing lyrics on my shirt cuffs. Now please welcome off-the-cuff song stylist, Mr. Johnny Lonely.
I did prepare one joke before I came. Stan, you're so cool. Jack has gotten rid of your refrigerator. You can see why I'm an improviser. We've had a lot of people fighting to get up here and share their reminiscences of Stan. I'm sure there are some of you who wanted to be up here and share a special Stan story with all of us and weren't able to. So what I'd like from you is a Stan anecdote that perhaps we can set to music here tonight at the 11th hour. Does anybody have a particular... Ron, you're at the Rat Pack table. Ron, Kale, guys, hand up first. Okay.
We've never met before, by the way.
Yes.
He's sweating in his food.
Sweating in his food. Was he eating a particular dish?
Chinese.
Hunan. Sweating in his Hunan. Anybody else? That's a good image.
I've got one. Every time Stan is at my house doing drugs, he has these flashbacks to, he starts screaming, "I've been smoking out of a bong in this neighborhood for 20 years!"
Smile.
Every time Stan goes on the show, before the show, about a half hour before, he has to have a little small bag of Planters peanuts. He's no good.
Are those the salted or the unsalted?
Very salty. That's it.
Okay. Well, thank you for doing so much to work with us. I could take one more if somebody has something else they want to share about Stan.
Falling 4 feet off the stage after slipping on a black double-dong dildo.
Yeah. Well, Stan. I made the paper.
Stage after slipping on a black double-dong dildo.
He had a hard time surfing Rincon.
Surfing. Could you explain that for us?
Tell him, Stan.
That reference is completely...
Rincon Point in Santa Barbara, Stanley was there.
You surfed with Stanley then?
We went out together.
And you sort of swam out and then left in for the sharks. Is that what?
Yeah, that's...
Well, okay. Without any further ado, Raoul. The good key. When the fog comes in to that Richmond pad, I drive by Stan's place. I feel kind of sad, 'cause I know that inside lives a God among men, and I start to remember when. Stan, do you remember out at Rincon Point? You were trying to surf when your legs were out of joint. Stan, do you remember how you tasted salt that day as the waves blew your hopes away? Stan, do you remember eating Hunan Chow, sweating on the table in old would you like a glass for that? Stan said, I'll just lick it off the table. How about that? We all remember Stan, that versatile and fabulous man, cruising through the halls of San Francisco State, watching Stan with his very latest aid. Stan, do you remember? Just before the show, running to the deli to get salted nuts to go. I could see you there with the foil packet in your hand. Yes, that's how I remember Stan. Off the stage, dildos everywhere. But Stan was such a trooper. No, he didn't even care. That's how I will always see him. Latex in his hand. Yes, that's how I'll remember Stan.
Ryan Loman. Ryan Loman. Thank you, Ryan. Stan's great.
Stan, got a phone call.
No.
Girls, do you ever feel like you need a good teeth ring? Sure, most guys can do it straight. Others hang just right. Some even rough up the surface beforehand to make sure it sticks. But Stanley Felix Grabowski, an expert wallpapering, really has some master's touch. He'll smooth out the wrinkles and match all of your one-way design. He'll choose just the right tool for the job. He'll mix his glue until he can't wait to slap it on. Just when you think he's finished the job, he comes back and puts in more. Hours on the job. No job is too big for Stanley Felix Grabowski. Expert wallpaper. He's always on top of the situation. That's why he's the expert. So call Expert Wallpapering at 387-9401 and ask for the master. Ask for Stan.
Whoever that was, gee. Thanks, Tina. Very nice. Now, I broke with these next two guys into the business when they were desperately looking for someone with his own tux to class up their act. And since I'm always willing to help new talent break into this profession, and by that I mean the business. Thank you, Raoul. I put the penguin suit, and now they're stars. I put on the penguin suit, and now they're stars. And I see that tonight they've got a babe with them, which is a step up from the beautiful, bobacious babe. Right in front of me, right here. Which is a step up from the 7-foot pork chop they're usually seen with, which just happens to be right back here. It's good to see you again, baby. I missed you so much. She looks like she's USDA Prime too, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, squeal with delight because here comes the Butt Boys!